Welcome to the Explainer. Imagine a life that looks absolutely flawless from the outside, only to have the whole thing completely unravel after dark. Today, we're diving into a story that is literally overflowing with mystery, romance, and a pretty devastating hidden truth. So grab your coffee, settle in, because we're about to explore the really shadow-filled corners of what looks like a picture-perfect marriage.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this single sentence is the hook that pulls us straight into the darkness. Every night, exactly at 11:30 p.m., her millionaire husband disappeared. It's not just that he leaves, right? It's the chilling precision of it. 11:30 p.m. Exactly. It really forces us to ask, what kind of life requires such a rigid, highly secretive midnight routine?
Act 1. The Perfect Illusion.
So, let's meet Emma Collins. She's a kind-hearted, super-grounded school teacher, and she unexpectedly marries this guy, Ryan Brooks, a young, quiet millionaire. On paper, flawless. We're talking a beautiful mansion, a loving husband, and this bright, happy future. But reality has a way of creeping in, doesn't it? That quiet personality of Ryan's wasn't just him being an introvert, it was actually a shield. The strange behavior started popping up, and these midnight secrets began to really fracture the foundation of their newlywed life.
Act 2. The Midnight Disappearances.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer psychological toll this takes. Just imagine the ticking of a clock in this massive, silent mansion. Boom, 11:30 p.m. Ryan quietly slips out of bed, very careful not to wake his new wife, and grabs his car keys. By midnight, he is completely gone, just swallowed up by the night. And then comes the most calculating part of the whole routine. Right before sunrise, he returns, slipping back into bed as if the night never even happened. Day after day, Emma wakes up to cold sheets, genuinely questioning her own reality.
Naturally, Emma asks the exact same question any of us would ask. Where do you go? And his response? It's just work. He actually delivers this with a smile. Think about that for a second. Think about the chilling calm it takes to look the person you love right in the eyes and hand them such a hollow excuse. Why on earth does a millionaire need to vanish into the pitch-black night just for work? Well, that lie completely falls apart with just a single number, 6. Emma discovers this incredibly devastating piece of data. Ryan's company hasn't just been having a slow season, it has been completely closed for exactly 6 months. Half a year. No business at all. This pretty much confirms Emma's deepest, darkest fears. Her husband is absolutely living a double life. Act 3. The Discovery in Room 214. At this point, Emma literally cannot live with the ghost in her house anymore. So, on this dark, rainy night, she makes the absolutely terrifying decision to tail his car far outside the glowing lights of the city. She steps out of her car at this isolated, run-down children's hospital, and her heart is just pounding. She creeps down these sterile, quiet hallways, staying totally out of sight, and watches as her secretive husband walks right into room 214. What could possibly be waiting for him in there? She inches closer to the door, peering inside, and then she hears this. "Dad, you came?" A little girl, couldn't be older than 8 years old, is looking right up at Ryan. Her entire face just lights up the second she sees him. For Emma, standing freezing in that cold hallway, those 3 words are an absolute gut punch.
So the crucial point is, where does Emma's mind go in this exact second? Had Ryan hidden a daughter from her this whole time? Had he lived this entire previous life, had a child, and just kept it completely wiped from his history? Panic, betrayal, confusion, it's all swirling together right now. She is standing at the precipice of a total marital collapse.
Act 4. The Unbearable Truth. Emma can't just hide in the shadows anymore. She steps into the room and confronts him. But instead of the cold, calculating liar she was fully expecting, Ryan completely breaks down. That whole millionaire facade just crumbles to pieces, and he is reduced to tears. He looks at Emma, and he reveals this incredible truth. The little girl wasn't his daughter. The secret he was hiding wasn't some torrid affair. It was a tragedy so heavy, it had been literally consuming him from the inside out.
The real truth is rooted in this deeply devastating event from his past. Years ago, Ryan was involved in a horrific car crash, but he didn't just witness it, he accidentally caused it. And that crash took the lives of this sweet little girl's parents. He survived. They didn't. And the incredibly cruel reality of survivor's guilt just completely took over. This quiet millionaire wasn't hoarding his wealth or keeping malicious secrets. He was suffocating under the unimaginable weight of having orphaned a child.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because he believed this was the only way he could possibly live with his guilt. He made a silent vow, a secret penance. He paid for every single hospital bill. He funded every surgery she ever needed. He bought every birthday gift to make sure she would never ever feel forgotten, and he visited her every single night at exactly 11:30 p.m. He wasn't living a double life out of malice. He was desperately, hopelessly trying to balance a scale that could just never truly be balanced.
Act 5. Redemption and Unity.
Suddenly, the air in room 214 completely shifts. All that anger and betrayal Emma felt back in the hallway, it evaporates. It's replaced by this profound, overwhelming empathy. She hadn't married a liar. She had married a man who carried unbearable pain, completely alone. And in that moment, Emma makes a powerful choice. She takes Ryan's hand. Together, they walk fully into the room. For the very first time in years, Ryan realizes he doesn't have to carry this crushing burden by himself anymore. His penance had finally found some grace.
And that brings us to the ultimate takeaway from Emma and Ryan's story. We never truly know the weight the people we love are carrying, even the ones sleeping right next to us. So the question is, are you brave enough to follow them into the dark? This story really challenges us to look past the surface, to replace our immediate assumptions with empathy, and to realize that sometimes the deepest secrets are born not from deceit, but from a desperate need for redemption. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep seeking to understand the deeper story.